Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here to wrap a video with the Tooth and Nail. We're going to make a few changes to the sideboard here that I think will work out better for the metagame. Being with Affinity, Infect, both of those I think Ancient Grudge really wants to be in here. So I'm going to throw in some Ancient Grudges. So anyway, let's just talk about the matchups. So the first win against Bluetron was a bit lucky. The Boseiju was very good. I'm going to actually cut down to just one of Boseiju in the sideboard, maybe put it in the main board. Cards that I don't think we need is a Nissa Worldwaker. I think we had too much ramp. I'm going to cut the Nissa, and that way we can add another Beast Within in the main board. And that gives us more options. The Ooze is a little awkward. I don't know if I liked it, the Scavenging Ooze. I think a Malera deserves to be in the sideboard. Just a one of. You can find it with Primal Command. You can find it with Tooth and Nail. It gives us an option versus Infect that I think is too good to pass up. And I'll keep the one of Scavenging Ooze. The Garruk Primal Hunter seems a little bit awkward in this as well. So I'm going to cut it. And I think that we might just go Creeping Corrosion. I love the Blood Moons. They're still amazing. I like the 3 of Thragtusk might be a little bit high. But you could even go Nature's Claim instead of Ancient Grudge. But I do like the Ancient Grudge because it is a way to instant speed destroy artifacts. We didn't seem to have problems getting a red source. We have a lot of ways. So Creeping Corrosion would be the other card. It says destroy all artifacts. Pretty simple. So against Affinity, we have a Shatterstorm-like effect. Other than the one thing with Shatterstorm, which is very key, is it says they can't be regenerated. And so Welding Jar versions, Shatterstorm might not be, or Creeping Corrosion is not nearly as good as Shatterstorm, but the 2 mana would be a little bit tough in this deck. This is currently what I'd play. Maybe the Eternal Witnesses are a bit high, because this allows us to have a lot better options. Ancient Grudges, Acidic Slime, Beast Withins, and maybe against the Affinity matchups I should have taken out the Beast Withins, as it would give me a way to kill off those pesky Inkmoth Nexuses, which we died to both games. And then Ancient Grudge is also good against Spellskite. Bramble Crush is weird against Inkmoth because all I have to do is activate it, so I think that we'll keep with Ancient Grudge, Creeping Corrosion. This does, once again, make us a little bit weaker to the burn, cutting some cards. A card I thought about using is Sun Droplet. Sun Droplet, what it does is whenever you're dealt damage, you put that many charge counters on Sun Droplet. At the beginning of each upkeep, you may remove a charge counter from Sun Droplet. If you do, you gain life. So it's a way versus Bird. On turn number 2, we can drop it. Kind of like Dragon's Claw. Dragon's Claw is not nearly as good in this deck as Sun Drop. I think Sun Drop is a little bit better because you can gain 2 life per spell rather than 1 life. Choke is still an option. And so is Boil against those island decks. I kind of want a one of Choke or a one of Boil. But it's really, like, we're really getting down to how many cards can we fit in our sideboard. And then I think we want this for the Affinity hate. And even you would bring these in against Infect, which was 2 of our losses right there. And Malera is good against both of those as well. I would bring this in versus Affinity. It's one of the key cards that they have to beat us. And then if they can't kill Malera, they're kind of stuck. But yeah, just other than that, I think this is a pretty solid deck that we had a bit on the unlucky side rather than the even or lucky side with this one on this deck. So if you play this more, it will perform better. I've had very good matchups with this. It's gone, like I said, I like to call this a 3-1 deck because it's the Delver matchup's pretty hard. That's the one that I don't like running in a tournament because you're going to go up against Splinter Twin or Delver. And both of those do tend to be pretty hard for this deck to defeat. And that's another argument for Nature's Claim over Ancient Grudge. Could run one of each, I guess. Maybe we'll do that. We'll run a Nature's Claim and a... One other thing we could actually put in here is the... I'm trying to think of the name. Destroy target. Let's see. What is it called? It's out of M15. 3 mana. Reclamation Sage might actually want to be in here. Enter battlefield, destroy an artifact or enchantment. I think we'll bring in a Reclamation Sage too. So now we have this Ancient Grudge, Reclamation Sage, Creeping Corrosion, Nature's Claim list here, and I think we'll get rid of a Thragtusk. There's matchups where you want Thragtusk and more Thragtusk and more Thragtusk, or I could just run the Boseiju. I think we'll run the Boseiju main and cut a forest. I think that's fine. I don't think that'll hurt our mana base too much. So here will be the list. Here's the list we'll run, and see how well that goes, giving us more hate against enchantments, artifacts, and such. And Reclamation Sage is kind of cool because we can tutor it up with another one of those tutors with the Primal Commands. Even thought about, this is a card I really want to see play in Modern, is the Burning Tree Shaman. Whenever a player activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, Burning Tree Shaman deals 1 damage to that player. That can be an anti-twin card as well, as every time they try to activate Twin, and they actually have to find a way to deal with it. I'm really surprised this hasn't found a deck yet. And I don't know if it fits in Burn. I don't know if it fits in Big or Little Zoo. But the 3/4 for 3 mana is not terrible. It dodges Lightning Bolt. It does not dodge Abrupt Decay. But there are so many activations. Fetch lands are activations. And in this deck, I don't think it would hurt you to put it in. It would be an anti-twin card for sure that you can get out on turn 2. And you can actually tutor it up with Primal Command as a one-of. But, I mean, it does hurt your own fetch lands. But Burning Tree Shaman definitely deserves some testing in a few decks. Hope you enjoyed this list, though. Apologize for the bad performance. A 1 in 3 is nothing too shiny. But that is the Modern. The metagame in Modern is very diverse. And sometimes you get the matchups you like. Sometimes you get the matchups you don't like. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.